I was only 9 years old. I loved the Teutonic Order so much. I had all of the merchandise. I prayed to the Grand Master every night, thanking him for the Christian society I've been given. Teutonic Order is love, I say. Teutonic Order is life. My father walks into my room and calls me a Nazi scumbag. He is just jealous of my devotion to the Order. I call him a dirty Jew. He slaps me on the head and forces me to go to sleep. I'm crying now, and my face hurts. I lay in bed and it's very cold. A warmth is coming towards me. I feel something touch me. It's a Teutonic knight. He whispers in my ear, "God wills it," and puts me on my hands and knees. I am ready. He penetrates my butthole. It hurts so much, but I do it for God. I push against his force. I can feel my butthole tearing as my eyes start to water. He lets out a mighty psalm as he fills my butthole with his Christian devotion. He falls awkwardly out of my window onto a powerful steed and rides away. Teutonic Order is love. Teutonic Order is life.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, it's Pixelated Apollo. We are playing some Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD, and joining me today, we have Indie Pride from Milk and Cookies.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Should be a good old battle, and you're on the, actually on the other team, so.
Yes, I am playing as the Teutonic Order with my homie Jackiefish, and against us are the Ayyubid Sultanate and the Sultanate of Rum. They will be defending the Middle Eastern settlement of Ctesiphon, which I probably just butchered with my pronunciation. And they have some pretty badass looking guys, so you want to go over your army setup real quick?
Yeah, so I'm commanding the Sultanate of Rum, and I have, the heart of my army is the foot Ghulam archers, very good at fighting in melee and shooting their bows. And also for my infantry, I have the veteran Ghazi, where I have like 4 units of them. They look pretty cool. They're pretty good, I guess. And I have some horse archers, which are junior Ghulam. So just a huge cluster of troops in the center. And then near the plaza, I have some spears, the Anatolian spearmen. I have a catapult, and my general is over here. He looks pretty awesome. Sultan's bodyguard.
Yep, Sultanate bodyguard looks really, really cool. And so going over Warrior Sparta setup, he is playing as the Ayyubids. You guys have seen them in 2 of my replays already, so you know basically what they bring. They have the Mamluk Tabardaria. They have some other crossbow units, and some Jun swordsmen, Ghulam foot guard. They have a pretty similar roster to what the Sultanate of Rum is working with. So we can skip over that for now. And of course the optimization for Attila is going to rear its ugly head many times over in this replay. Frame rates dropping for days, so just get used to it. It's gonna
Good
happen
old
in this replay.
Attila.
Yeah, it's going to happen. So going over my army setup, you guys have again seen the Teutonic Order already in one of my replays, but I have some spear sergeants up front. Behind them, the medium polearm infantry mercenary men-at-arms, heavily armored, very powerful in melee, good against horses and against enemy infantry, 43 melee damage, so very good. I have 3 catapults, and they've punched in a bunch of holes into the wall, as you can see right there. A big old entryway for my guys to get into, that's what she said. And then I have some sword brethren, and some, of course, no Teutonic army is going to be complete without the Knight brothers and the half brothers, the very powerful heavy cavalry for the Teutonic Order. So that's my army.
Cool.
Jackiefish's is very similar to mine as well.
Yeah. So I saw you coming in. I was like, oh, okay, he's gonna come through this wall. Well, I can choke you off. I can hold you at 2 choke points.
It's very violent, sir.
Yeah, my bad. But well, this is a war game, so.
That's true.
But yeah, I can hold you back, and I was going to fight for that. I'm keeping my archers in the back so they can constantly harass you, and my catapult is firing at your ranks. Hopefully I can get some good hits. There you come. Over the wall.
Catapults aren't amazing against infantry in this game. I'm not really sure why, because when you look at it in Medieval 2 or some of the other Total War games, catapults will absolutely devastate your guys if you land a good shot on them. In this game, they've kind of toned that down, even though catapults are really good at taking down walls. They're not so good versus infantry. You can see he got some kills here, and it's a really gory looking. Oh god, they got messed up. But it only killed like 5 or 10 men. It's really not that much. But
yeah,
I'm gonna send my my spear brethren in first. They're just gonna soak up some of the fire from the archers up on the walls, and then my mercenary men-at-arms are gonna be the first one in.
Yeah, so I saw them charging towards me. I was like, whoa, no, no, no. I do not want to face them head on. So I'm going to go ahead and retreat my men and try to get them out of formation a little bit. I'm hitting them with bows. And this is where I kind of flank you a little bit.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty overzealous with them, honestly, right now.
Yeah. And here comes my other unit. Charging in.
So you're getting some really good flanking shots off into them, and then I'm going to chase a little bit too far to try to get at these veteran Ghazi. And what it's going to allow you to do is outflank me, basically. I chased way too far here. You're going to surround me, and my mercenary men-at-arms are very expensive units, and they should normally absolutely crush veteran Ghazi from the front. But I've let myself get surrounded here, and you're getting flanking shots off, and that's just not going to be a good time for them at all.
Yeah, I also have some archers up on the walls, which are really helping me out.
Yeah, they're going to get some really good flanking shots off. And then over on the other side, I've got my sword brethren and some of my Teutonic sergeants into melee combat as well. And just trying to cut through your veteran Ghazi. But there is a nice little tactic I'm going to try to employ right here. We've got a nice shot off on the archers with the catapults up on the walls. But I noticed that he has some guys up against, like pinned up against the wall, the Ghulam foot guard and these veteran Ghazi. So I decided I still have some ammo left in this one catapult, which you didn't realize until I started shooting again. I'm going to try to punch a hole through that wall and then charge my guys through the breach and see if I can get a rear charge off.
Yeah, I was kind of just hoping that you would run out of ammo and you wouldn't have that opportunity, but I should have saw that coming, honestly.
So the damage at the wall is at 70% right now. I want to make sure that I catch it. I don't want to go to any other point in the battle because I'm pretty sure it's about to fall. When that happens, you're going to be losing a bunch of Ghulam foot guard, and they're a pretty expensive unit, which you don't really want to be losing. And they're good in melee. So here it's coming. I believe the fireball should come soon. You're a little bit further ahead.
Did some damage.
Yeah, it's 70%. It's gonna
oh, there it goes.
Yep.
Oh, and there's a big opening in my defense.
There we go. Gonna lose most of the unit there, go down to 40 men, and that's gonna give me a really nice flanking opportunity to get in behind your Ghulam foot guard and your veteran Ghazi.
Yep, here, yeah, you're sending over some sword brothers. And I've got my Ghulam foot guard kind of out in the open, so I just decided to charge back and try to contain you to protect my flanks.
Yeah, committing them to melee here, you kind of have to, honestly, because if you let those veteran guys get rear charged, they're just gonna rout. And what happened?
I just saw one of your cav like fly over the ramp of like the destroyed bricks there.
Oh yeah, I saw it too.
He like glided down. I got more arrows coming in. I'm really just trying to just weaken your armies as much as possible. But this is where I noticed that my forces here are starting to break at one of the flanks. And I was like, you know, I got to get out of here because if I keep trying to fight, I'm going to lose. I need to fall back to the town center.
You're going to say Ghazi, but you're trying to say plaza.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've done a good job with that flanking opportunity right there. That really helped out a lot. But over on this side, it's much tougher going. Already lost an entire mercenary men-at-arms. People getting decapitated here, trying to cut through. And you have lots of guys here. You're shooting in with the Ghulam foot guard. They're racking up quite a bit of kills. Only 25 right now, but as my HP whittles down, you're going to start doing even more damage. But really where I want to focus my efforts on are on this flank where I can then push on to the city center and see what I can do there. Over on the other side, Jackiefish is just now punched one hole through. He only brought one catapult, which is going to make his ascent into the city.
Wasn't there like a glitch where you got siege equipment, but it gave it to him?
Yeah, I brought all the siege equipment and he got all of it. I didn't get any. So I brought 3 catapults, so it didn't really matter. It was probably better that happened, but it was kind of bizarre. I'm not sure why. But he only has a 1 spear sergeant in melee combat into the city right now. Yep. There is the June spearman moving up, but over on his side, there's not as much going on. So I think we can focus on this for now. Yeah,
and pretty soon I tell Warrior to just fall back, because it would be really bad for him to be out, you know, defending while I'm inside the town center. So it's like, look, I'm losing my fight over here. We need to fall back to, you know, more choke points and try to get some arrow tower support. I just left my archers up on the walls. You know, there's really no hope for them other than to fight and try to kill as many as I can.
Yeah, and they're going to be really hard to take off the walls because, again, the Ghulam foot guard have really good melee attack damage, melee weapon damage at 30. And they have decent armor piercing, and they have really good armor stats. So they're going to be able to fight on the walls for a bit. It's not one of those times where you can just throw like spear levy up there and hope to get them off the walls. I'm going to have to actually commit some of my better melee troops to get them off. And there's actually some funny glitches that go on with the towers a little bit later on. I'll see if I can catch that. when it happens. But for right now, it is an absolute bloodbath in this central street. Lots of dudes dead, but I have one. I pushed him back, and pretty soon here, I'm going to set my eyes on the plaza. Assaulting this plaza is going to be a nightmare. These arrow Ctesiphon are ridiculous. They will rack up kills like crazy.
Their range is ridiculous.
Yeah. And their speed, the speed of attack, their attack rate is insane too.
Yeah.
So, even your cavalry will get whittled down very fast if you leave them too close to the tower. So definitely
I saw that you were like clumping up some troops over in this corner. I was keeping you back with cav, which was kind of helping me out because my arrow towers were firing in at your men. Also, I had some archers firing in the corner there, like Ghulam archers.
Yep.
So I could really weaken a lot of your forces, but I mean, it's going to be a lot of like kiting so far in this battle.
Yeah, your Ascari nobles are going to try to hold out here, and honestly they will. Again, one of the things about this mod, as Warman said, the health for cavalry is supposed to get nerfed a little bit. What he didn't realize was that it's on a different table than the melee stats. So basically a charge bonus and a melee attack and all that stuff got nerfed, but cav health didn't. So cav will survive for a very long time, but I'm going to overwhelm it eventually. I have a bunch of swords and cavalry here. So as Ascari nobles are only going to be able to hold out for so long before their HP gets whittled away. But right now, I'm focusing my attention on some of the Rumi archers and the Ghulam foot guard that are up on the walls. My mercenary men-at-arms are going to kind of get glitched out on the walls here. They're going to have trouble actually attacking. I'm clicking attack orders here and they're running away. But I'll soon get that under control. And killing the Rumi archers won't be a problem. But like I said, the Ghulam foot guard will be another animal entirely.
Yeah, I was actually quite impressed by my archers. Like, I expected them to break pretty instantly.
But for a while, for sure.
Yeah. I was like, oh, sweet. Keep fighting, man. Keep fighting. Believe. And yeah, believe.
Oh, God. That attack animation was sweet. Decapitations all day, baby.
Oh, there's so many great animations in this game.
Like the halberd one, jumping onto a halberd and swinging from your neck as it penetrates. Jesus Christ.
That was awesome.
But yeah, so I've pushed through these Ascari nobles now. They're going to rout very, very soon. But I am taking a lot of losses from his Ghulam foot guard and some of his archers that are shooting over the walls. Taking quite a bit of casualties here. Hello, Pepper. And pretty soon here, I'm going to move most of my melee troops and commit my Knight Brothers to the plaza because I don't want to keep them over here by the archers. But I have gotten a bunch of my sword brethren up there, and I'm starting to cut through the Ghulam foot guard as well.
Yeah, and Warrior Sparta, he's pretty much did a tactical retreat to the plaza, but I was hoping he would get more forces inside. He has a couple units. I think he left behind to just buy more time so he can get most of his forces back inside the town center. But there is a little bit of a couple street fights going on in Warrior.
Jackiefish, you scumbag, pulling through two units of Thakla Axeman. Yeah, he's pulling through the cab and he's going to get a rear charge off. They're actually going to stop wavering there, which is interesting. I'm surprised because they're now getting attacked from the rear. But I didn't see that in the first replay. It's a scumbag. I'm just kidding. That's funny though.
Tactics.
Tactics, bro. 255 health. Pull through those axes, baby. So yeah, Jackiefish's sword brethren are now into combat as well. They're going to cut through these crossbowmen very easily, and yeah, like you said, Warrior Sparta has pulled back most of his units to the central plaza in Ctesiphon, and he's going to try to blob up right under these towers, and that will be a very difficult thing to assail for Jackiefish because his entire army will basically have to sit below these two watchtowers as they just eviscerate his army.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough to take these very strategic positions. That's why we fell back, and also I have my horse archers out here being really annoying. Just killing your catapult crew, even though it's not really necessary. I'm just trying to rack up some kills, make the scoreboard look a little bit better. But now I'm trying to go over and harass your cav a little bit. Just trying to be really, really annoying. And look at this, the wall battle still going on.
Yeah, those Rumi archers are still in melee combat. They have 85 kills. Of course, most of those were from shooting their bows and not in melee combat. Right. But the 30 melee damage and 16 melee attack, I mean, their stats aren't horrendous. For a bow unit, they're surviving for a lot longer than you would expect. But looking at the balance bar here, allied man count is down to 2,200 for us and 1,400 for the Ayyubid and Sultanate of Rum. So they're about half strength. You can see the balance bar shifted very much in our favor.
Yeah.
But they do have the benefit of having all the capture points and the morale bonuses that those bring. So it might be in our future to try and decap some of those. But the problem, anytime you go for a capture point, you're subjecting yourself to fire from these fort towers, which is a trade-off, so you might not want to do it. We'll see.
Yeah, he's starting to break there. Some of your men are... Oh, actually, they shattered right there. And you have another unit. The unit's about half strength. And so I'm going to send my horse archers over there to try to shoot at them and try to get them to break. Because those guys are pretty tough. And if I could cause them to break, that's going to be huge for me.
There is one thing that I want to direct your attention to. My mercenary men-at-arms are capturing the tower, which I thought I already had. But, so this is a really dumb mechanic in Attila. Basically, even sometimes when you capture the tower, you'll still get shot. You can see my guys are getting completely eviscerated by that tower. It's really annoying, even though the tower is mine. But then the tower blows up, and I lose the entire unit. And I freaked out at this point, because I'm like, why is this a mechanic? So, what happens is when you capture a tower, it'll just blow up. Okay, whatever. I guess you could make an argument that it's like your guys are sabotaging the tower. But why would you want to capture a tower when it's just gonna blow up and kill your entire unit?
Yeah, that's a big issue there.
I don't understand it. Of course, it wasn't in Medieval 2. It wasn't in any other of the Total Wars. I don't understand why that would kill your guys. It might be in Rome 2, actually, when you capture a watchtower. But either way, it's... I was so mad. And it was hilarious. Like, it was really funny. But I was just like, why does that happen? I should be able to like take over the watchtower myself and let it shoot people.
You put some TNT in there and you just blew it up and you're like, whatever.
Yeah, it's really frustrating.
But now you're going around the flank and you're gonna take on my spears here. And spears are actually pretty good once they go into shield wall. They can hold out for a pretty long time.
Yeah, they get 200% entity mass, so they basically, I believe, double their mass. And they will honestly hold out for a very long time in spear wall. That's going to hurt my sword brethren for sure. And of course you have those annoying ass watchtowers shooting me the entire time.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'll do my best to decap them. I think they will get decapped while my guys are in the capture point, even if you are there as well. But yeah, cutting through this is not going to be easy. And I can't utilize my cav yet, which is really the best units I have on the field right now, because you have a spear unit in spear wall here, and I'll just be charging into the back of my own guys if I try to pull through there. So,
right.
utilizing my cav at this point in the battle is going to be difficult.
And warriors sending over some tabaderia to support the front lines, which is much needed. Because I am starting to break a little bit there, and you're starting to overwhelm me with your numbers. But, oh, actually he's going to hold his men there. No, send them in!
And over on the other side, yeah, I am starting to break through over here, but over on the other side, Jackiefish is having a much tougher go of it. He's got 2 units of Teutonic Sergeants, I guess 1 Teutonic Sergeant and 1 Sword Brethren, trying to cut through all of these veteran units, the Tabarderia and the Jun Swordsman, and he's going to have a real hard time doing that because he's got these watchtowers shooting into his guys. So you can see him taking a bunch of casualties. He's not going to have a fun time in this engagement at all. We'll see if he eventually gets to push through that, but I'm doing a lot better over on my side.
Yeah, so our strategy of falling back to the plaza is actually paying off here, because we are, we're doing pretty well with our limited troops. It's really just a matter of time. Like, can we get you to chain route, or are you just going to crush us?
Yeah, the biggest thing is you have to try to eliminate our cavalry. If you can eliminate that by getting your spears into good spots and just shooting them down so that we can't pull through, or just doing a bunch of HP damage as we get our cav up into the plaza, you're going to have a chance. But our infantry is doing really well. Warrior Sparta did a really good job here, actually. He's going to wait to get the charge bonus off before I push through, and then he's going to charge in. Gets a really good charge into my Teutonic Sword Brethren, and they're going to take quite a bit of casualties here. But I did destroy both towers. You can see they got blown up because I was standing next to them. CA logic, thank you very much. But it's still going to be grinded out. Melee, right? Yeah. It's going to be really hard to push through.
My archers are sitting in the back there firing, just trying to get as many kills as possible, just doing everything in their power to destroy your men.
They've racked up quite a bit of kills, 96 kills on one, 56 on the other, and they haven't even gone into combat yet, so they're going to do pretty well once they go into melee as well.
Yeah, you got some troops breaking there.
I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my cavalry. They're kind of running around the streets for now. I don't want to go near those watchtowers in the middle because they're just going to do so much damage to me.
Oh my god, look at the range.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's literally all the way to the wall, the front wall.
Yeah,
that watchtower can shoot to. So watchtowers are pretty good. I can say that with a fair amount of confidence.
Yeah.
My Grandmaster's Guard have been getting shot by your Gulam, and they've only taken 3 casualties, but they have taken a bunch of HP damage, which means when they go into melee, they're definitely going to start losing guys pretty fast.
Right. And if you look on Warrior's side, he is having a lot of success against Jackiefish's army here. He's not letting them take the towers, and it's really helping us out. So we're starting to turn the battle around thanks to the towers here.
Yeah, I don't know how many kills those... Wow, you know what? I just realized... Yeah, once we started fighting in the plaza, this completely turned around. Balance bar is still in our favor, but look at the man count. It's almost tied. 1,100 for me and 1,100 for you guys, so
yeah.
It's almost the exact same. And now that is partially because we've committed our infantry, and we haven't used our cab yet, and of course there are less units, less men per unit in cab units. But this is definitely starting to turn around a little bit.
Yeah, it's turning around. I'm so happy to see your men break, because it was like, oh, we're dead, we're done. But once I saw your troops breaking, I was like, you know what? We could win this. And now I sent in my Gulam foot guard because they now have to fight in melee because you're starting to break through here. My general's doing some cycle charges. It's a pretty desperate situation.
Yeah, it's not the best charge. It's going to go right into the back of a Tabardaria, but you're going to get some kills there, and if you can cycle charge and keep doing that, I mean, there's no reason not to, because you will... Charge bonus does stay for a little bit after you've entered melee combat, so you'll still get that bonus to melee attack and do more damage there. So my swords are really getting whittled down at this point. I have barely any infantry left. It is going to come down to my cavalry, so I've started to move up my Knight Brothers and my Half Brothers. They're going to have to get some really good charges in the plaza for me to win, so it might come down to me. There is a little opening here. I think that I can pull my cavalry through. We'll see if the Mamluks move. I don't remember if I hold out and wait until they rout before I pull the horses into the plaza, but pretty soon here I am going to have to commit my cavalry.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
see. Oh yeah, you are pushing through a little gap there. And this is where I send in my general. Oh, I get a bad charge on my own men, but... yeah, that was probably a big mistake there, but I'm just, you know, pouring more troops in, trying to contain your cab, because if your cab breaks through, it's game over. There's nothing we can do about it because you're going to get a ton of cycle charges.
Yeah, and cycle charges are the name of the game in late game situations in Attila or in this mod. You want to have those cycle charges.
Most Total War games.
Yeah. So my half brothers are going to try to push through here behind the Knight Brothers. You can see my Knight Brothers are tied up with the Tabardaria, but there is going to be an opening very soon here for the less armored Halbruder or Halbruda to pull through, and if I can get them through, you can see some of your guys are breaking, and I'm getting some charges into the cavalry behind your main line infantry. Just trying to push through.
And Warrior's sending over some men. I was like, Warrior, we need men over here now. Oh, you're pouring in. My general's just doing everything in his power to try to contain you guys, but it's not looking good.
Yeah, your Mamluks are starting. Yeah, they just routed. You only have the Gulam foot guard in melee there to stop this entire blob of cavalry from pushing into the city. Jackiefish brought his cab all the way over to my side of the plaza, and we're pushing in now. And now this is where things get really not fun for you guys, because the Half Brothers have made it in a full unit in late game situations, and they're going to get some really good charges into the Mamluks and into some of the spears as well. Fighting in the center of this plaza. This looks so epic.
Yeah, it looks... I mean, this mod is just so cinematic. And we are actually breaking some of your cav there. 2 units in the plaza. So when I saw that, I was like, hey, we could actually maybe turn it around, because Warrior Sparta still has a lot of infantry.
He does. He has a full unit of Mamluk Tabardaria, some Thakla Axemen coming back. Jackiefish only has 2 Prussian archers over on the other side, but he does have some ammunition. It is going to come down to his general unit and my cavalry. So it's going to be cycle charges, and this is no fun for you guys because you don't have that much to stop it. Yes, you have infantry, but Mamluks are not going to do well against repeated cycle charging. It is interesting. Warrior Sparta is doing a really smart thing. He's putting his guys kind of in behind this wall. It kind of looks like an
pillar
aqueduct
thing.
Yeah, and it's going to prevent some of my best charge bonuses, but he's actually going to pull out of it. I guess he might not have noticed it. I don't know if the game treats that as an obstacle or not, if that blocks charge bonus, but
it's worth a shot.
Yeah, and now you're going to get some really good charges off, and there's nothing the Mamluks can do against these Half Brothers. I'm just going to keep cycle charging. You don't really have anything to tie them down, so that's not going to be fun for him at all.
Yeah, the floodgates have opened, and here comes more infantry. You know, depleted units of infantry charging in, but nonetheless, more infantry. And yeah.
Balance bar is definitely shifting in our favor at this point, but look at how even it is, dude. We
Yeah,
brought 500 more
kills,
men. It's
yeah.
440 to 450. We're literally like 16 men separating each other.
But if you look at it, our numbers are melting away.
Yeah, my quality of troops are simply better than what you guys have on the field. So
Yeah, that's
it's going to
true.
be really hard to survive unless you cause a mass rout here with maybe some fire arrows and the watchtowers doing some damage. It's going to be really
No,
difficult
yeah.
to win. But oh, look at my gen here fighting in the center of this like, kind of the watery pool in the center of the plaza, cutting through your guys. God, it looks
Yeah.
so awesome.
And yeah, that's the battle. That was so much fun. It was really intense. You know, when it first started, I was pretty hopeless. I was like, well, we can fall back and maybe we can hold up and get a good defense, and that's exactly what happened. But your Cav really won the day for this battle. So you want to go ahead and see the end results?
Yeah, so we're looking at army setups or the compositions right now and looking at the results. I took 1,300 losses. Thank you, CA, for not giving us kill counts. Again, I
Yeah.
don't know why that's not in the game. It seems like such an obvious thing that it'd be great to see how many kills I actually got. You can see the kills on my units themselves, but who wants to do math when they're playing Total War? So,
Exactly.
so my halberders were actually, or my half brothers were the best unit on the field for me. 188 kills there. The cycle charging at the end definitely won me the battle. I've got some Knight Brothers that got 105 kills, and my Grandmaster's Guard got 92. Mercenary Men-at-Arms, those polearm units, are the best melee units in this mod for sure. 115 kills, 154, did very well over there.
Yeah. Yeah, so if we look at my stats, it looks like my Gulam Foot Guard did the best. One unit got 201 kills. The rest got 70 plus. I think one got 3 kills. I don't know what happened there. And then my archers, my standard archers got, you know,
Dang.
pretty decent number.
200 kills, dude.
Yeah,
On
201
the
is
Gulam
pretty
Foot
crazy.
Guard, and the Junior Gulam had 112. That's a lot. That's a lot of kills.
Yeah, but most of his kills were
Melee.
like, yeah, like artillery crew. So
Oh, true. Yeah,
yeah.
killing the artillery crew in melee.
My veteran Ghazi, not that great. One got 60, which is pretty solid, but 12, 13, 32, it couldn't go toe-to-toe, or they couldn't go toe-to-toe against your infantry.
No, I wouldn't expect them to. I mean,
No.
it's not like the Sultanate. Well, I don't know anything historically about the Sultanate of Rum, but I would assume that their infantry probably wouldn't match up super well against what's effectively 1400s infantry. And
Yeah.
one thing that I have noticed in the comment section, a lot of you guys are saying it's 1212. Why are there full plate units? Guys, the mod starts in 1212, but obviously the campaign goes until like 1400, 1500. So there are units from different time periods that go into it. But Warrior Sparta here, Spartaria, at least a general unit, did not do very well. But one of them got 106 kills.
The other one got
Overall-
115.
Overall, I think you went a little bit too quality side and quality, maybe not enough cav. I think he probably should have brought some more cav, and that would have helped him out quite a lot. The cycle
Yeah.
charges in the city would have been pretty helpful.
Maybe more like shielded infantry. I mean, I don't know like how well Tabateria are at holding the line. I know they're good at like getting charges off, but
So far, I don't feel like they're that good in this mod. Like,
Yeah,
I've seen them, like,
yeah.
115 kills, 106 kills, that's good. But overall, at least on the open field, I haven't seen them do amazingly at any point in time. But, yeah, those are the kills. Looking at Jackiefish's army, Prussian archers did very well, as Cav did decent, but nothing
yeah.
really substantial, no, like, 200 kill units or anything. But all over, except for the Teutonic sergeants, his units did pretty well. But it was a really fun battle, pretty cinematic, despite the frame rate drops. And
Yeah,
I had a
very
lot of
fun.
fun playing with you, sir.
Yeah. So if you guys are watching my point of view, be sure to check out Indie Pride's channel, Milk and Cookies. Very good. He's a very good player, better than me. Always beats me all the time.
Oh,
Damn
shucks.
bastard. But yeah, please check out his channel. And thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Definitely make sure you go check out Pixelated Apollo, even though I'm sure most of my subs are subbed to him. If you aren't, go check out his stuff. And we will see you all later. Peace out.